This is my body transformation, and as a business entrepreneur, I have been able to get in the best shape of my life all from home without sacrificing any time to go to the gym. In this video, I will tell you exactly how you can achieve the same. About 2 years ago, I went on a trip and it changed my life forever. I remember arriving at the hotel and it was the first time that I truly experienced freedom. You see, I had no one on top of me telling me what to do. I had no boss, no teacher, and I completely fell in love with that experience. You see, I could wake up at the time I wanted. I could go to the gym whenever I wanted, go to the ocean, and it made me want to be an entrepreneur. It made me want to have my business and travel the world. But you see, there was a problem. I was also out of shape. I was used getting no attention from women whatsoever. I was used getting no respect from men, and I was simply sick of that. I remember there was this one day where I woke up, I went in my washroom, I looked myself in the mirror, and I just started crying. And the reason why was that I just hated myself. I hated my body and I needed to change. That was the moment that it clicked for me. I needed to get in shape. So the next day I woke up, I was super motivated to go to the gym. I took the car, parked the car, got in the gym. But as soon as I entered the doors, I told myself that I would never, ever go back to the gym. And the reason why was that it was packed with people. There was a line to go to the bench, the leg press. Every single machine were used, and I just wasted hours out of my day, hours that I wanted to focus on my business. So I completely canceled my membership. I bought every single thing I needed in order to work out at home, and I started to work out at home every single day. And truly, it was perfect for me because my two goals were met. I was able to get in the best shape of my life. My life went from 10 to 100, but I was also able to focus entirely on my business. That was the beauty of working out at home for me. And that is why if you are a business entrepreneur, you must work out at home. You simply don't have the time to go to the gym. It is not efficient at all. Working out at home changed my life forever because first of all, I was way less stressed, way less anxious because I was lifting heavy weights. I was using my energy, but also because every single day I was waking up and I had one thing on my mind. I was thinking about my business. I wasn't thinking about what time to go to the gym so that there would be less people, none of that. My sole focus was business. How can I make that business grow? That was the beauty of working out at home for me. Now let's talk about what is needed in order to work out at home. When I first started to work out, I had no bench and my workout were simply not the best. And the reason why was that I would do a bunch of weird exercise on the floor. I would try to do the bench press on the floor, but it would simply not work. So I bought a bench and it just made a huge difference. For the first time, my workout were a lot better and I was able to push myself a lot harder. When I was younger, I did not have dumbbells, but my workouts were not good at all. You see, I would do a bunch of bodyweight exercise like squats, push-up, leg raise, which are good exercise, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't push myself as hard as I wanted and I didn't gain as much muscle as I wanted. So I bought dumbbells and it just made a huge difference in my workout. When I was younger, I couldn't even do one pull-up and I was sick of that. I wanted to have better strength. I wanted to have a better body. So I bought the door frame pull-up bar and it is truly one of my favorite piece of equipment. And the reason why is that it allows me to do the pull-up and the chin-up, and these are two great exercises in order to get in my best shape. I also used to train without mirror and my workout were not good at all because I would do a bunch of movement with bad form and I thought that I was doing perfect form, but it was simply not the case. And the reason why was that I had no way to review my movement. I had no way to see if I was doing good movement, bad movement. And so that's why my workouts were not good. So I bought a mirror and my workouts were 10 times better because I had a way to review my movement. I had a way to make sure that I was working out the good way. If you want my one-to-one coaching, go click the link in the description right now and I will make sure that you achieve the best shape of your life. Imagine this. I was this skinny guy that was getting no attention from women, that was getting no respect from men, and I just didn't respect myself at all. And I was simply sick of that. So I started to make some research and I found out about the V-shape. And truly, it changed my life forever. Now that I have the V-shape, I feel 10 times more confident. I feel good in my body. I get the attraction from women. I get the respect from men and I respect myself a lot more. In order to target the V-shaped part of my body, I targeted the back, the upper pec, the side delts, the neck, and the lower abs, and this changed my life forever. Now let's talk about some exercise that I do every single day in order to target these parts of my body. For the back, since I first started to work out, I did the pull-up every single day. And the reason why was that when I was younger, I had a huge crush on my colleague. I used to work with her, and one day she told me that she liked big, massive back. And I wanted to seduce her, so I started to do the pull-up every single day. But after a month, it wasn't even about my colleague. It was just that I saw such a massive back transformation that I wanted to continue to do that exercise every single day. And I still do it to this day because it is such a great exercise. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of push-up, but I simply didn't like that exercise. And the reason why was that it focused on the lower part of my chest and it just gave me a saggy look. I wanted to have the upper part of my chest because it was more of a masculine look. So I started to do the decline push-up where I would put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I would do the push-up, and it was perfect because it targeted the area that I wanted. So that's the second exercise that I do every single day is the decline push-up. When I was younger, I struggled a lot to grow my shoulder. I would try a bunch of different exercises and nothing would work. I went on a trip with one of my muscular friends and I just decided to ask him, how do you build such massive shoulder? Mine just won't grow. And you know what he told me? He told me that he wouldn't train them once like I was doing, but every single day of the week. And so I tried it. I did the lateral raise every single day. And in 2 weeks, I saw such a massive difference on my side delts that I still do it to this day. That's the third exercise that I do every single day is the lateral raise. I used to be bullied by my own friend, and the reason why was that I just looked weak. I had a skinny neck and I was sick of that. So I started to make some research and I found out about the neck training. For the first time in my life, I started to train my neck and I just looked a lot more masculine. I looked a lot better and men started to respect me. In order to train my neck, I do the neck curls, and there's 2 ways I do the neck curls. I do it on my back where I put the weight on the front of my head and it targets the front part of my neck. And I also do it on my chest where I put the weight on the back of my head and it targets the back part of my neck. These are the 2 ways that I do the neck curls, and I highly suggest you do that exercise because it will just make you look far more masculine. When I was younger, I saw all those men with great genetics getting all the attention from women. But you see, I didn't have great genetics and I was sick of that. So I started to make some research and I found out about 6-pack abs guaranteed workout. I would do the 1-hour workout. I would look at my abs and I still didn't have the 6-pack. And the reason why was that I was going about it the wrong way. So I started to change my approach. I started to train them 10, 15 minutes every single day. And in 2 months, I had the 6-pack. Now what I do are 50 leg raise and then 10 hanging leg raise. I do 2 sets every single day. And the reason why I do these 2 exercises is because it targets the lower part of my abs, and that is the part to target in order to have the 6-pack. Do these 2 exercises and in 2 months, you will just see a massive difference. You will have a 6-pack. But you see, there was a problem. My workouts were just far too long. I would do 4 sets for every single exercise and my workout would last 2 hours, 2 hours and a half. And I wanted to have quick, effective workouts so that I could spend more time on my business. So what I did is I went down to 2 sets of failure. And truly, it was perfect because my workouts were fast, effective, and I was packing on muscle since I was going to failure. But in order to see my real failure, in order to see my real potential, I went down to 1 set for a week in order to see what I was truly capable of. And then I went to 2 sets and truly it was perfect. Try it and I promise you will be far more effective with your workouts. Another problem was that I was not consistent at all. I'd work out for a week and then I would stop for a month. And the reason why was that I knew nothing about how to stay consistent until I read that book. The book is called Atomic Habits, and for the first time in my life, I learned about how to stack habit. For example, at 6 a.m. I wake up. From 6:30 to 12, I do my deep focused work. From 12 to 12:30, I eat, and then from 12:30 to 1:30, I work out. You see, I stacked working out on top of something that I do every single day, which is eating. Think about your routine right now. How could you stack working out on top of that routine? If you do that, I promise you will be far more consistent. Another problem was that my identity was not aligned with my goal. Whenever I would work out, I would push against my identity. I would always have these negative thoughts in my mind. I would tell myself, you are not an athlete, why are you working out? I would repeat that, and it was very hard for me to stay consistent. So I knew that I needed to change my identity. What I did is I forcefully put positive thoughts. I would repeat myself 100 times a day. you are a healthy athlete that is very consistent. I would repeat that. And after a month, my identity started to create. Then all I had to do was add proof to this, and my identity was rock solid. You must change your identity, because if you don't, you will always swim upstream and your identity will push against your action. And that is not what we want. Another thing that helped me a lot was to stay motivated, because if I'm being honest with you, I absolutely love motivation. I love to be driven to do something. So what I did is I made a list of every single thing that would happen to me once I would get in the best shape of my life. And whenever I didn't feel motivated, I would come back to that list. I would visualize my life, the kind of woman that I would attract to myself, the way men would treat me. I would visualize all of this, and every single time I had the motivation that I needed. This is your action step right now. You've watched this far of the video. It is time for you to take this action. Take a piece of paper, write every single thing that will happen to you once you get in the best shape of your life. And whenever you don't feel motivated, you come back to that list, you visualize your life in the best shape, and I promise you will get the motivation every single time. Do this right now. I started to visualize specific moments in my life. For example, each year I go back to the father side of my family. I'd visualize entering the door with a tight shirt on my arm, the way they would treat me, the way they would respect me. I would visualize myself walking down the street, the way men would let me pass, the way women would look at me. I would visualize all of this, and every single time I had the motivation that I lacked. Now let's talk about diet. When I was younger, I thought that it was impossible to eat healthy and tasty food. But you see, I was completely wrong, and this is the proof. This is a recipe that I cook every single day. It tastes amazing, it is fast, effective, and it is very healthy. It is the proof that you can eat healthy and tasty. You just need to know how to cook the right food. Later in the video, I will tell you a recipe that I cook every single day that is high protein and very effective. I remember one day I woke up and the first thing that I ate was red meat with avocados and a bit of olive oil. I ate that, and later that day I started to work out, and I just had the best workout ever. And the reason why was that I ate high fat but good fat. And you see, the good fat made my testosterone go up, and therefore I pushed myself harder and I gained more muscle. We want to eat good fat because the good fat is the base of the hormone of testosterone. But we do not eat McDonald's, because the McDonald's and the fast food will make your insulin go up, and therefore you will gain fat. I used to eat a lot of McDonald's and I gained weight but in fat, and that was not my goal at all. We do not eat McDonald's because whenever we do, we are basically telling yourself, okay, I'm poisoning myself because that is the food that they serve you. It is toxic, it is poison. Another problem was that I didn't eat enough protein at all. I would eat 3 eggs in a day, and then I would be sore for 2-3 days, and I would always ask myself why. But the reason why was that I would break the muscle whilst working out, but then I wouldn't repair it by eating enough protein. So I changed my approach. I started to eat 10 eggs a day. I started to eat meat every single day, and that's just a massive difference. For the first time, I was packing on muscle. For the first time, my muscle were being repaired. Ideally, you want to eat 0.82 grams per pound of body weight, but if you eat 10 eggs a day, if you eat meat every single day, I promise you'll be on the right amount of protein. I want to share with you a pancake recipe that I discovered about 2 years ago. So the recipe is 1 banana, 3 eggs, and a half cup of oats. I put that in the blender, I blend it, I put a little bit of butter in a frying pan, I put the mixture in a frying pan, and it just tastes amazing. It is fast, effective, high protein, so it is perfect for you, boys entrepreneur. Try it and I promise you would love it. I want to show you this picture because it is a picture of my body transformation. It is to show you that you are on a beautiful path. Now that I'm in the best shape of my life, I can attract any woman that I want. I can get the respect from men, and I respect myself a lot more. If you want more of my personal coaching, go click the link in the description right now, and I will talk to you in there. Have a good day.